G'day, I'm Brendan from On Point Adventures. Today we are taking this tiny boat out wide to go chase some dewies. Everything's going to be pretty close quarters today because we don't actually have much room to get away from the camera. So you're going to see a real up close and personal view on what we get up to. Now, dewies, snapper, baldies, all going to be the target for today. Better whack the PFD on and then I guess let's just send it. All right, let's go. Not all right, so we've arrived to the first spot. We're in roughly 26 odd meters of water. We have got some fish showing. What I've got on this is I've just got a soft plastic just drifting out the back, and then on the other rod we're going to be using, which of course is going to be the trusty Regiment Black Ops with the little tiny fathom there. We're just going to be dropping dirty baits today, so 8-ounce sinker on a set of snelled owner hooks. Wait for the bait to defrost and then we'll get straight into it, I reckon. But it'll be certainly interesting to see how today pans out. As I said, it's not very good conditions out here at all. Yeah, we're going to be fumbling around the boat a little bit, but what more to it. I mean, this little 4.1 came out here absolutely perfectly. Everything went to plan so far. Anyway, enough babbling. I'm going to get some bait on this rod and hopefully we see you when we're hooked up to a fish. We've got a bit of bait on the sounder, so yeah, it should hopefully be a productive little morning. We've just had our first hook up of the morning. I better make sure I back that off so it doesn't get pulled out the rod holder. But yeah, that's our first hook up of the morning. Doesn't feel like a bad fish, but what I do need to do is just make sure that I stay away from that rod so I don't tangle the lines. I'm going to say this is going to be a nice baldy or something like that, nice bulging groper. But yeah, we'll see how we go. Been a really slow morning with this northerly and full moon. Ah, not even any good. So what we got here, let's have a look. An absolute baby pink snapper. He's going to go straight back. Like that, we'll just get that out there. Because we're in nice shallow water, well, he was ready to go anyway. Pinky's released super good in the shallow water, so there was no problems at all getting him back. But at least it was a nice little pinky to get the day underway. But as I said, so super slow out here at the moment, which is, as I said, I can only put down to pretty much having a lot to do with that northerly. But anyway, we'll see if we can get another one. Oh, yep, that's a better fish. Yep, we're on. That was a much better fish. Oh, and I've got this rod here. We're in all sorts. So, the best thing you can do when doing this and you hook up to a good fish is just take your time and stay calm, because as soon as you start panicking, that's when you lose everything. But this is not a bad fish, guys. This is a really nice fish. As I said, I've been working hard for him this morning, but yeah, we've just gone over. Oh, quick mark that spot. We've been just going over different ground all morning, slowly working our way through it. But it'll be really interesting to see what we got here. It's given up a bit now, so I'm really kind of hoping it's a dewey. Really hoping for a dewey here. Oh, the challenges with fishing solo and two rods is, of course, you've always got that risk of tangles and all sorts. Get out under that boat there, please. Oh, what do we got? Oh, we've got a lovely pinky. Lovely pinky. Oh. I'm surprised with a pinky of this caliber. I'm surprised we didn't get a double. Oh, like that right here. Oh, there we go. Shivers. Did you see that? This rod just got absolutely whacked as well. Come on. Are you going to hook up? Oh, I don't think we're going to be as lucky on this rod. Oh, it's still there. Come on. Nope. Didn't want to commit to that one, but that's okay. Let's get this pinky unhooked quickly, and we'll give you a look at it, because this is a really nice fish, guys. This is a bloody beautiful fish, to be honest. So this pinky's also just coughed up a massive ocky tentacle. There it is there, guys. An absolutely wonderful, wonderful pink. I actually couldn't be happier with that. That's a beautiful pinky. I've got him on that little vexed 80 gram bottom meat there. But yeah, perfect little one for the esky. So we'll get him in there. He's going to be a beautiful feed. And then I'll attend to this rod here. Funny enough, we've actually got a little fish on here that just dragged us into a hole. Yeah, that bottom has lit up a bit there, which is really good. I don't know whether we've still got this little fish on, but we'll bring it up nice and slow. We don't need to pull its head off, excuse me. And this little fish is all you need. So that tiny little king wrasse there is all you need to pull your rig into the reef. And yeah, we almost got completely snagged up with that one. But feisty little bugger. Get him off and throw him back. As I said, we'll get this pinky in the esky. We want to get him nice and fresh and put him out of his misery. I haven't even got this pinky off yet. What I did was I got that ocky tentacle that he coughed up, and I put it down, and it's getting absolutely whacked already. There he is. And we're on. That just shows how quickly a bite can turn. We've had an absolutely average as heck morning, and then all of a sudden, within 5 minutes, she's going off again. Just quickly mark this little posse on the sounder too. And I mean, this could be our bag out that quick. Absolute beautiful. It's not the heaviest fish in the world, but still a fish. I'd say it's going to be another pink, which it is. It's not going to be our bag out fish, unfortunately, but still, I mean, that, whoop, come here, little fella. That there is still a beautiful little pink. Let's just get him off quickly. And once again, because he came up from shallow, boom, he's gone. They just shoot back down in these 20. I mean, we're under. We're well under the 30 metre mark here, so they shoot down super quick. Anyway, better get another bait on quickly. So I mean, you're seeing the fun we're having out here today, and as I said, we're just on a little 4.1 metre Polycraft Challenger. Most people would actually turn around and say, well, the Challenger's not even suited to being outside of a river just due to the punt style bow on it. But honestly, we're having an absolute ball out here. We're not far offshore, guys. Like, we're not pushing boundaries. We'd be lucky to be 10k offshore, okay? Still in the, about 27 metres of water now, just drifting lumps. But what it shows, guys, you don't need the biggest boat to have a whole heap of fun and get some really, really good quality fish, even when it is a little bit more blowy like it is today. We are lucky the wind has calmed down a fair bit off this morning, because yeah, when we first came out, it wasn't looking great. But all in all, it's a nice morning out. We've got a beautiful keeper snapper. We've let 2 more go. I am north of the restriction of the 50 centimetre rule for the snapper, so they only need to be 41. However, I do think that snapper that small, because both of those other ones would have been probably legal, it's just no point. They're too small. You don't get much off them. You're better off releasing them in the shallows because they've got a really good release and survival rate, and at least you can continue on looking for those bigger fish, which is what we're doing right now. Hopefully we come across them. Well, hopefully the next time you're talking to me or see me, I'm onto another fish. We've got a real interesting situation here where I've got what I presume is we've got a cuttlefish playing with the bait. They're absolute pain because what they do is they flog your bait. When they're on the bait, no other fish is going near it. But sometimes you hope that, you know, they'll grab it well enough that you can get them up close and you can switch bait them onto a squid jig. So make sure you've always got a squid jig handy, guys. Because yeah, if you get a good cutlery up, not only have you got good bait, they're bloody good eating too. They're really quite good. But yeah, that one didn't work out how I wanted it to. But then again, sometimes it just doesn't. And we're on to another little tiddler. This one isn't going to be much chop at all, so we're just going to bring him up nice and slow again. But the good thing is, you'll notice with this rod and reel, it's nice and light. This little Regiment's Black Ops overhead rod just takes all of the fish in its stride, nice and spongy, so you can just fight the fish really slowly to the top and make sure that you're not damaging the fish in the process. And I think if you're going to want to upgrade all day and maybe not keep all the fish that you catch, you know, because you want to look for the bigger ones, you need to keep your catch care in mind, because at the end of the day, if they're not going back, it's not really that fair that you release them. As you see, another little pinky. He's coughing up absolutely everything there. God, I don't want to let go of the hook, this one. There he is. You can just see he's coughing up all his food. Down he goes that fast. And guys, all these fish just coming on basic little mullet baits, which are making an absolute mess on my boat at the moment, which I'm not really too pleased about. But they're still nice little fish that are coming up. So we'll get another bait on this one, and we better get it back down there. In true fashion, guys, there's some tuna busting up over here, and I can't help myself. I know that I said that was enough and I'm done for the day, but when you see tuna busting up like this, holy moly. We'll stop here. All right, we've got the 40 gram Molossi metal, which I think I should be able to make this cast. Oh, I might have been too short. I'm going to probably have to sneak up on them a bit better. Oh. They were just going crook too. Where'd they go? We just got to wait for them to surface again, and we'll be right on them. They're being real strange. Oh, there's another school in front of me too. Do I want to leave this one to go to that one? Because this one's sunk pretty hard. Yeah, bugger it. I think we'll move. Oh no, we don't want that. Yeah, we're going to move. We're going to go up to the other school and quickly try and throw a medal into the other school. Alright, let's go. Live action here. Oh no, the birds are sat. Why have they sat down? No, those birds have become lazy. Oh no, there's tuna. Right, we're just cruising up to them, guys. There's no need to make a song and dance, and just hopefully we can get onto them, because they're going pretty good here. But it just depends how flighty they're going to be. So we drop neutral there, we get our metal. Okay, the tuna is still going crazy, just there. Put the metal straight into them like that, and we crank. And we hope they come up for it. No, they didn't want it. Oh, they're behind us, that's why. There they are. Move it that way. Oh, that should be right where we need it to be. Oh, hit, yep, there we go. And we're on, guys. There we go, on the molossi metal. And that's how you get some tuna. Woo! That's, oh no, don't think, oh no, you're still on. Listen to that, can you hear that, guys? The little 4500 spin fishers are absolutely perfect for chasing these tuna. They're just the right size. They keep everything fun, but you remain in control the whole time. Oh. Just got to keep an eye on those birds and see if we can follow the... Oh, the tuna are moving so fast. They'd already be, that school there, I'm watching it. Whoa! Tuna are terrific fun. Oh, beautiful little southern blue. Oh, down he goes, he's under the boat, get out from under there please. That reel is just absolutely screaming. Come on, up you come, fella. As I said, we're on our way in. And, oh yeah. Oh. All right, where's that net? Net this fella in. Check this out, guys. Oh, we got him. He's a beautiful little chunk of a tuna. As I said, on that little molossi marksman. Got him perfectly. Whoa! But yeah, he's completely engulfed that. Sorry that we're rocking around a bit, but wow, he was never coming off. But all right, I'm going to get him unclipped and probably put him back. We don't really need him, but yeah, what a beautiful bit of fun to end the day. Right, guys. Well, I think this is where I'm going to wrap it up. We ended up getting, I guess, probably 5, snapper in the end. Certainly not what we were chasing today. The one big fish was a nice, constellation, I suppose, for snapper, but ideally we were chasing the jewies and baldies. But that's the way fishing goes. As I said, when you're fishing a full moon and a northerly, I generally stay at home. However, it was a bit too nice of a idea to get out here. It's calmed right off, and the reason we're going to call it now is the northwesters just started coming in now. And whilst it's as flat as what it is, I may as well get the boat cranking and head in. So yeah, I'll bring up this last rod now, and that's us done. So I hope you guys like this tiny boat style fishing. I mean, fishing out of a 4.1 metre boat isn't for everyone, and as I said, certainly daunting to some people, but hopefully a video like this does make some people feel a little more comfortable with what they've got. Anyway, guys, we'll catch you on the next episode. See you later. Oh, the bloody washdown. No one likes this part. I mean, the beach launch was absolutely feral, and we've got so much cleaning to do. The worst part of boating.